most important thing about this conversation is Dee Brown has played on 11 or 12 teams since 2007. He was drafted by the Utah Jazz in the second round, and he did play for a team called Pirates de Quebradillas in 2011. So he's played all over the world. He is still in basketball and currently playing in Turkey. He's been playing in Israel, Turkey, China, Mexico. Shout out to Dee Brown.
Dee Brown.
And actually, shout out to the other original Dee Brown from NBA Jam on the Boston Celtics, like circa 1993.
I think the best thing about Dee Brown is that Darren Williams was completely overlooked when he was playing Illinois, and he's the one who's like an NBA star, and Dee Brown is playing in God knows where. It looks like in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, you know?
Dee Brown, we just want you to get better and get back to relevant professional basketball. If you want to come on the show and be a contributor, you know, we're here for you, bud.
I'm actually about to completely hijack this thing, not more so than 30 seconds ago. Tracy McGrady is back in the United States. He was recently at the Houston Rockets San Antonio Spurs game a week or two ago in Houston, and what's interesting about that is that the CBA, the Chinese Basketball Association, they're still going through playoffs and whatnot right now. They may have been just wrapping up. Tracy McGrady, even in China, did not make it out of the first round. His team did not go past the first round of the playoffs.
You got to feel for the guy.
I know I probably shouldn't bring up a T-Mac reference, but because he didn't go to college. But I can't help but not talk about the CBA. The CBA is worth its own segment, so I'm sorry for hijacking the Midwest.
No, wait. Going back on Tracy McGrady, do you feel like it would be worth it for Tracy to just join a rec ball league just to get out of that first round of the playoffs? You know, get out of his system.
I'm going to say no for one reason. He is not willing to follow rules. For example, the Chinese Basketball Association has a 60-question test for players that enter in to make sure they know the differences between NBA and CBA rules.
60 question. Okay.
And he thinks it's dumb, and he refused to do it. So I'm going to go with no. I don't know if he'd make it in a rec league if he can't sign a waiver. If he can't sign a waiver.
Tough statement.
Sure, that T-Mac, you've been called out by Hamid, so join our rec league.
And Stephon Marbury's playing over there, who's apparently a star. And here's the thing about T-Mac's league. These guys go over there, and then they make their teams good. Well, this team, Quindang's Double Star, I think they're called, they've signed Dee Brown. Dee Brown is another one of their big names, right? And this team has just been awful. T-Mac was on the team, and they ended up being the worst team in the league. They missed the playoffs. It's ridiculous to me, you know.
It's a travesty.
But Stephon, and he did, and Tracy McGrady is also known as the highest vote getter. The first time the highest vote getter in the CBA All-Star game was a non-Chinese person was Tracy McGrady at 2.2 million people.
It's all the Houston fans, all those Houston Rockets fans.
I was going to say 2.2 million people in China is nothing, so.
It's probably true.
Yeah. So anyway,